Dunes is such a powerful and sensual and playful piece. Those are really the three major words that come to mind during it. These performers have such incredible chemistry with one another right off the bat when they are just audience members beside each other. We can feel the electricity between them, and that electricity only intensifies as they become more and more intimate with each other during the piece. The transition into the desert landscape works quite beautifully and creates a fantasy element that feels even more engaging and just fantastical than the story even starts off with its little West Side Story reference. It's really a beautiful piece, beautifully choreographed and lovingly executed by these very talented performers. Great job by all.
For Dunes, this is a very cute original concept. I like the contrasting settings with the movie theater and turning into the African desert. Adorable chemistry with perfectly synchronous choreography and outstandingly talented performers. Great music and very clever title as well, with everything flowing unexpectedly like sands in dunes, and the magic communication with no words spoken is just very powerful. I enjoyed this a lot.
Dunes, I liked this. I thought that it almost had this kind of feel of like a non-silent silent film. And I don't really know how else to describe it, just because it wasn't completely silent, which, obviously, so it's not a silent film, but like because there was no dialogue, you just had to kind of be in it and like really pay attention to what they were doing and how they were interacting. And to me, how I saw it was kind of like the building and the life cycle, not necessarily life cycle, but the building of a relationship where you start and going to the movies is a very very standard conventional first date or early date, and then you see them once they get out into the desert and they're dancing and they're moving together. You see these kind of different things happen where it's like they are moving together, they're learning each other, they're learning how to navigate things together, or and then you see like one person kind of supporting the other and being there for that person. And then you see the reverse of that where he is supporting her, and then you see it kind of like them come out of that and it comes back to this like almost togetherness, and then at the very end with him kind of walking off and her and them kind of being on the same page as what they're going to do moving forward. That's how I saw it. I don't know if that's necessarily like what they were going for, but that's 100% how I saw it. And I thought it was really beautiful. And I really loved that they kind of worked through and showed these kinds of ebbs and flows just by dance and just by movement and just how they were partnering each other, and that it wasn't all one thing, it wasn't all one direction, it was kind of the give and take, and there was this kind of playfulness and there was this kind of dance obviously between the two of them, but you could see that kind of relationship, you could see that kind of connection or chemistry, and I thought it was really really beautiful.
Dunes. This was a really fascinating film. I especially loved the opening credits. I thought those were really creative with the headlights on the wall and the name on the theater. Just very creative. Beautiful body language, especially like in the theater when they were in sync and later on as well. Just the whole time, I really, really loved the performances by these people. Really cool tone to this, and it was set really well with the lighting and the music and the sound design. Just it all went so well together. Felt like a romance fantasy type of film. It was just really gorgeous lighting throughout and gorgeous landscape. Some of it kind of felt like animation, so I wasn't sure if the beginning credits and something toward the end when they were out and walked outside, if that was animated, or what, if it just looked it looked really cool overall. So really well done, and I wish you the best of luck.
This film is called Dunes. This was a lovely, fanciful short. What set it apart for me was the dance choreography. I love the passion and playfulness the duo showed for one another. I enjoyed the transition from the movie theater to the beautiful desert setting. The camera work was striking, including drone work, and I love the use of light, dark, and shadow at the outset. The film would not be complete without the awesome soundtrack, sometimes dramatic and sometimes lively and fun. Well done, Dunes. Check it out.